Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. I've got a question for you. Why pay a fortune for high-ed education when you can come here to SIRENNET Television for free and watch Chris, who works for free, tell us all about how to wire an iX Inner-Edge from Whelen? I think it's a good deal. Let's check it out. Take it away, Chris.
Thank you, Stuart, and thank you for joining me here on SIRENNET Television for a look at a Whelen Engineering Inner-Edge. This is the iX series, and it is a solo color version. As the years have progressed, Whelen has changed this unit from what it once was. It's gotten more compact. It's also now available in a split format. So with that, you have a driver side section, passenger side section. It is vehicle specific. And with that, depending on the version you need for a Ford, Dodge, or Chevy application, the numerals in the part number will adjust based on what vehicle it is. So again, keep in mind both the shroud and the hardware are specific for the vehicle application in question. As I mentioned, this is a single color unit, so solo color. For folks looking to have more versatility, there's also a duo color version available. So for full tech specs on the other versions, we welcome you to take a look at the interior light bar section on SIRENNET. The version here, it's a solo color iX series of the Inner-Edge, and it is equipped with a standard pigtail wiring harness to tie into your lighting and siren controller. So for hooking this in, pretty simple to do. It's not something that you need to be scared of. The Inner-Edge itself is available in two different formats when you're ordering it, based on how you need it to work for your vehicle. The format that I have here is the UFX, and the UFX format is all warning modules across the unit. There is a UFZ version which incorporates a pair of white takedown modules into the center section, so the most inside module on the passenger side and the driver's side alike. So depending if you need the white illumination for your vehicle for the takedowns and traffic conducting at nighttime, order that version. If you just want a bigger footprint for warning needs, maybe it's a fire vehicle or something for your POV, you can go ahead and order up the UFX version. In either configuration that you order, each of these sections will have a total of 6 modules. So for the version we have here, all 6 modules dedicated to warning. If you have the version with the takedowns on the inside, 2 takedowns, and then a total of 5 warning modules on each side. Something to note with the modules is they are a very compact 3-diode fixture, and with that they have a TIR style optic over them, so with that nice and bright head on. And as you can see in the shroud, the modules are actually stepped with their placement. So the stepping helps the modules follow the contour of the vehicle's front windshield, and also the contouring of them with the stepping effect gives a better display for off-axis lighting. The driver's side tied into the passenger with a center connect wiring harness, and on the passenger side, the module on the top here is the main I/O board. So this is where the electronics are contained in the Inner-Edge. For making connections into your siren and lighting controller, we'll go ahead, take the trigger wires here and tie them into 12 volts. Included with your interior light bar is a nice detailed instruction sheet from Whelen Engineering. So this will give you details on the wiring, the flash patterns, what the wire colors coordinate to. So is it for warning, is it for takedowns, and is it a steady burn takedown or is it a flashing takedown? There's also a low power trigger wire, a pattern wire, and with that another trigger wire that ties in modules to a steady burn. So for folks using these in California, the unit will be compliant with the steady burn that's needed. Pigtails. Go ahead, tie into a set of alligator clips here. We'll get things started by tying the black into a ground and then the red lead wire to a positive 12 volts. When you apply power, the ground and the lead, the unit is now ready to go. So if I take the blue trigger wire, put it to a positive 12 volts, that'll go ahead and turn on the warning function. Take it away from power, so deactivate the switch. Inner-Edge goes back to off mode. If you're wanting to turn on a steady burn function, you'll take the orange trigger wire here, apply it to a positive 12 volts, and that'll go ahead, take a set of modules, tie them into steady burn for you. So it's a unique feature that you can do by adding in an extra button to a trigger wire. Also, for folks that are curious about flash pattern adjustments with this fixture, you can make them. So you'll take the white with green, this is the scan lock wire, positive 12 volts momentarily fed, that'll make an adjustment. So as you can see here, depending on where you need your module to be for steady burn, you can go ahead and make an adjustment to it. Same thing applies when doing the unit in the warning mode. So again, we'll take the trigger wire, solid blue, put it to a positive 12 volts. And when the unit's on, flashing away. And again, based on the color configuration you need for your vehicle, you can go ahead and select the colors in the module placement on our configurator. So momentary wire, flash pattern adjustment. So every time you go through, apply this to a positive 12 volts momentarily, it'll advance the flash pattern one cycle. You can set it and forget it when doing your initial installation, or if you want to have a momentary switch letting you change it on the fly easily from the inside of the vehicle, all you'll need is another switch for making pattern adjustments. So as you can see from the inner edge here flashing away, it is a very potent fixture. Keep in mind when it comes to nighttime, it can be very useful to take the intensity for your lighting and dim it down. With the inner edge, there is a solid brown trigger wire, and take that trigger, apply it to a positive 12 volts continuously, that will put the unit into its low power mode. Take it away, back to full intensity it goes. So a trigger wire there, positive 12 volts continuously, low power, take it away, full power mode you have. There's also additional trigger wires, a white with black and a white with orange. Those will work with the interior edge that offers the takedown modules. So in the warning version, these are actually not going to have any function for you. But the takedown version, this will offer you independent control for the flashing of the white modules and the steady burn for them. So with that, you have another trigger wire to tie on with the warning mode activation for your colored modules and flashing your takedowns alike. Then for illumination, take the steady burn trigger wire, apply it to a button, activate the button, the takedowns will then override to steady burn if they're in the flashing mode. So as you can see, a very versatile product from Whelen Engineering. It's the iX series of inner edge light bars available from us here at SIRENNET. I'm Chris. Thanks for joining me for an overview and wiring tutorial. Back to you, Stuart.
Professor Chris, we're honored. You've been watching SIRENNET Television. I'm just basically dumb Stuart. Thanks for taking the wow.
That'll work. Put that in. That'd be great.